you've got to do something that's not directly in what our benefit is, but you can, you can do that. And it's a big help, because if you go find another attorney, there's a different deal. And even in the lawsuit thing, we usually the attorney only handles it. He never charges anything if you have, I just had a lady that she had a person that wouldn't sign a contract for her on the property she was selling to him. And she told me, I'd known her for several years since I was part of the cattlemen's here. And she says, well, I know attorneys. I just want the identity theft program. Okay. Well, this started up. She had an attorney charge her $2,000 for it, and he didn't get anything done. And then she went to another attorney, and he was going to charge $800, and he didn't cash the check. And she goes, how much are you guys going to charge for that? Well, $29.95 to get started. What? I says, you asked me, and I told you that before. Well, I'm going to need what you do. I said, I don't do anything. I just, I tell you it's $29.95, and you go up to my website and go to LarryRopp.com and you sign up and then call the attorneys, and then they'll take care of it. We saved her $17,000 on that, because it just, that's the way we brought that person to the court. Although finally he decided that maybe he would just pay the whole thing out, and so there we go.
Yeah. So I'm thinking when it comes to legal matters, obviously confidentiality is a great big deal. People want to know that their information is being protected, and that even sometimes their meeting with a lawyer is kept in confidentiality. How does LegalZoom prioritize the confidentiality and privacy needs of its customers?
Yes, because I market it, and so when they get the product and go, then I'm done. I'm only done because if they want to tell me what was going on, that's fine, and I can do that. I have 2 books in my briefcase right now. Several thousands of clients talk to us and tell us about what happened and how much it helped them and so forth. So that's the only time I can do it. So actually, I'm out of the whole picture. And if you got to look at it the best way there is, it's very simple. I market the product. Legal Shield, the attorneys, they provide the product, they do the problem, and Ada, Oklahoma is where Legal Shield has been since 1972, and they take care of paying me, but they take care of all the things I have, and everything I got on this phone over here. I got 105 different things I can show people. So all I have to do is talk to people. I'm pretty good at that.
You are.
But I don't have to work at doing what it services, because the attorneys will do that.
Yeah.
And I keep sending everybody information, texting, like I said, and I have a calendar, and I can text people information in 5 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or every year, because I never need that. But anyway, I know sooner or later they're going to come around, and I just keep feeding the information on my little calendar. And it's not that hard a thing to do as far as a business, because this is a business. Like I said about these, I probably didn't say anything about them after we started talking about.
Well, let's go into the business a little bit, okay? Because we haven't talked about that. We've talked about the consumer side if somebody wants legal representation. But I've also heard that there's a way, as you are, of making an income, a serious income in some cases, representing Legal Shield. So why don't you talk about that?
Well, I like making a 6-figure income, and I'm 81 years old. So people go, how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. I'm in Legal Shield. And, well, how do you do that? Well, I guess the simplest thing to tell you, I have, on a list of people I've talked about entrepreneurs. And multi-level marketing is the biggest entrepreneur business you ever said. For what little it is, less than $200, I get into it, and less than that every year, because I have a plan. So how much more an entrepreneur can do We don't have to ask for grants. Our business is right there. And we encourage people and we help people when they start off as far as when they become an associate. And we do that virtually. Trainings every day. We share the information every day as far as what we do. And I thought, well, wait a minute, I'm going to find out what we do. And I have a book that's about 370 pages of people. There's about 2.5 people, 1.5 person on each page of that book with their picture that are doing this. So there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 573 people in that book.
Wow.
That are making over $50,000 a year on up. And people go, oh. I said, but there's a lot of people that, they might get on this and they don't, they just want to do maybe get $200 or $300 or $400 a month. That's a big deal. If you really look at what's going on nowadays, I think you talked about it before. But our ladies are making $50,000 a year, and that's what last year was. Some of them are from Arkansas, all the way up to we have 6 ladies that made $1 million last year. One of them was in Bentonville, but not anymore. But she wanted to go south.
So let's pause for a second here, because if I'm listening to this show, I'm thinking, okay, multi-level marketing. That sounds like a really difficult way to make some money. And I'm hearing $50,000 a year. That's a whole lot of $29.95s a month. And so, talk about, is this a difficult role to get into? Because it sounds like it could be.
Oh, I just asked everybody if they would like to do that. And no, a lot of people, multi-level marketing, they say, oh, that's just terrible. But it's a business. And you need to sit down when you go to look at that business. It's a business, and what do I need to do? And you want to, it's, like a lot of them, they just, well, my cousin, he wants to do that, so he'll do that. Well, he didn't want to do anything. And you need to get people to understand if that product's good enough for you. We've been in it 24 years. The product must be good enough. I'm still here. 24 years, people would retire after that. Well, I've done that several years ago. But
and you still keep your coverage.
Well, yeah. And to do what I can do it from home on, and I tell people, if you want to do a side job, this is a great deal. Because I can sit at meetings like we were at this morning, and I can send out texts to people, and my wife says it's text. Okay. My great-granddaughter, grandpa.
It's all right. My father-in-law still says Walmart. I'm not even sure where the K comes from. And if he listens to this, I'm going to be in trouble. Anyway, but no, I get it. Go ahead.
But that's the best thing that I know of as a business. And I said I was in multi-level marketing before and done well. This one does greater. And if people want to do a business, and you don't have to, I have a gentleman in Florida. He's an administrator of a school and has been for many years. He makes about $100,000. But he loves doing Legal Shield. So does his wife. She doesn't work. He does. But he loves being in the school, working with kids and so forth. And he's done it for a number of years. And he's down there where you put a boat in the water in Florida. And he loves going it, but his wife loves going more because the kids are grown and so forth. But it's a side job for him. But it can be, as you build it, a big job. And that's what people need to look at. It's not, you don't get in this and you're going to get a benefits or whatever. You got to work at it. And you just build it, and then it's going to, like the guy I talked to you about that I got in with as far as in Legal Shield, and he's done all right. He's making $300,000 a year. His son is making $100,000 a year.
My word.
People look at me like, well, how do you do that? Well, just what you said, it's only $29.95. Get a piece of that. But like I said, in Bill's group, we have 108,000 clients. You can make a nickel out of that.
I bet you can. I bet you can.
From an old guy like me, it works all right.
All right. Well, my goodness, we're just about running out of time. I think I've got room for a couple of more questions. Larry, what future plans or developments can we expect from Legal Shield to further enhance its services or support for individuals and businesses? Does Legal Shield have anything big on the horizon?
Yes. Virtually, people are looking at this product at, well, wait a minute. It's only $29.95 a month. But my attorney he charges me $250 an hour. So back up and just look at it if that's what it is. Take advantage of it because I've saved about $700,000 over the 24 years of my clients. Now, I know it's more than that, but this is what they gave me. And not all of them do that. I have clients that I've signed them up, and that's about it. But they're here, and I send them something every few months because I want to keep them in the business, and that's a simple way to do it. Because once I go to a meeting and pick up the card on some people, there was 2 people at the meeting we're at today. I will call them to someone later and ask them, would you like to see or read my LarryRopp.com? And they go, oh, yeah, that'd be all right because not enough time to do it today. And then I have them, I like to tell people, I have them forever because I have their cell phone. I have 100 and some different pieces of information I can send them, which gets better and better every day because our people down in Ada, Oklahoma, they sit there, well, let's have a different video for him and put it in differently. Every year it gets different. And this technology is great. I'm 81. I've learned how to do it because it's something that I need to know to do better at the business I'm in. And I keep telling people, you can have a job with a lot of benefits and still do this kind of a thing. It'll make you some benefits where some of these people are making $1 million a year. Not a lot of them. Doesn't make any difference. I have 6 ladies that are retired, but they make $50,000 a year with Legal Shield. Now you add that 50 along with what their income is, whether it's Social Security or a benefit from a spouse or whatever. So they're just tickled to death. They're making over $100,000 a year.
Pretty good
as
deal.
A retirement.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
They're more fun to talk to.
Okay.
They're never going to they don't, no, that's 50, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I can go here, I can go there, I can go shopping here, I can take a trip, and I'm going, okay, all right, that's good. If you're happy, I'm happy.
Right. Well, Larry, it's been a fascinating conversation. If any of our listening audience wants to keep track of you on social media or visit your website, tell them how they can follow you and learn more about you and Legal Shield.
It's just LarryRopp.com, and that you can go up. I have a business card I hand out to people that says that every night at 7 o'clock we have a virtual presentation that lasts about 25 to 30 minutes, and then I have another card that tells you exactly how many dollars we're going to charge you for $19.95 for a single person as far as on the identity theft, and for a family it's $34.95 for identity theft prevention. But then for our business, it's $29.95. And if you bundle the identity theft and Legal Shield together, we give you a discount on that. And we do businesses. We have plans for small businesses, a little bigger business, or however that business was. But I do a lot of work with businesses because these small businesses can't afford an attorney, but they can afford $47, $49 and so forth for a business plan, and I've done several of those here, especially lately when businesses going, well, we can't afford, here we go, an attorney at $300 or $400 an hour in that deal, and they see that as something that can help them, and that's the biggest thing that we do is help people. I think that's kind of where we started from and how we got into that, but I think we're both that way.
Yeah.
But that's there. And the businesses are good, but we also have a plan for the business wants to bring in their employees, and we take another $5 off that $29.95, and it makes a group out of that. So what we're doing, I just think is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And as I talk to people, they kind of go, what that Ropp's doing ain't a bad deal.
Mhm.
You know, you got to see where I live. It's not a big deal, but it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of, and we're 20